IQ test in America's dumbest city. Let's get right into it.
We are in Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson, Mississippi.
The dumbest town in America.
Jackson has the largest amount of people with little or no education.
So before we start, I'm going to give you guys some stats on the education in Jackson, Mississippi. 5% of people who live in Jackson, Mississippi that are over the age of 25 have not made it through 9th grade. 10% of people who live in Jackson, Mississippi have no diploma, but that means they could have gone through high school but just never received a diploma. So 15% of people who live in Jackson, Mississippi have either not gone to high school or they went to high school and didn't receive a diploma. The rest have either graduated high school or gotten some degree at a university. Thought I'd just share that before we get into this.
But we ourselves dropped out of school to make funny YouTube videos. So does that automatically make us stupid?
No.
To find out, we drove across the country to put the people of Jackson through multiple tests to see if this city
I'm
is
excited for
actually
this.
dumb or are they just a victim of a stereotype.
And to start, we're just going to ask people some
So
basic...
the only problem that I'm seeing with this right now is this is a YouTube video. This is not a documentary or something like that. So I do feel like they're going to ask these questions to thousands of people, but they're only going to include the people who are dumb, because at the end of the day, this is all for entertainment. So it's really hard to sit here and say, are they just a victim of a stereotype? But probably in this video, they're going to stereotype these people and only include the people who had outrageous answers to their questions. So that's just a problem with videos like this. I mean, it is for entertainment, so it's not like they're out here trying to solve the world's problems.
Actually dumb or are they just a victim of a stereotype?
And to start, we're just going to ask people some basic questions and see how they do. What's your name?
They call me Lil Wayne.
What's the
Lil Wayne.
farthest you went in school?
I said I went to 8th grade. I started
8th grade,
Who was
okay.
the first president of the United States?
First president of the United States. It wasn't Martin Luther King, was it?
Yeah.
Martin Luther King? Okay.
What's the biggest
Okay, see, then when I see things like this, I'm like, I don't know if education is really the whole problem. Because he's claiming that he made it all the way up to 8th grade, which I'm pretty sure even before 8th grade, you learn who at least the first U.S. president was.
What's the biggest bird in the world?
The biggest bird. See, okay, this one...
Name one
That,
book.
that
Well,
works
somebody-
gonna...
Just name a book.
Just name any book.
Just name a book or something?
Yeah.
Any kind of book.
Any book literally to ever exist.
You're going to be, I can't even get a wild guess. I really just don't know. I just can't.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
What's the biggest planet literally?
Couldn't name a book. Name one book. I feel like that's got to be the easiest question anybody could ever ask you in your life is name one book. I mean, come on, you got the Bible, you got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you got Harry Potter. Like, see, that's why I'm saying that I don't think, like, in some of these cases, of course, there's going to be cases where, yeah, the lack of education is the problem, but like, come on, you can't name one book. I don't know if that's an education thing. And there could be a lot of other reasons that is not just education. Like, you got to think of drug use in Jackson, Mississippi, or just things like that, because I think the uneducated part plays a big role in this, but I don't generally think that that is the 100% the only reason why, you know, they're doing this IQ test and people can't even name a book.
What's the biggest planet literally in the entire
See,
universe?
okay, this one, I could see someone not getting this right.
Mercury, correct, yep. What happened on 9/11?
I'm lost there.
Can't name a book, doesn't know the first president, doesn't know what happened on 9/11.
Who is the president of the
Who
United
is the
States?
president of the
Who
United
that
States?
is. John F. Kennedy?
No.
John F. Kennedy is crazy. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. The current president is John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy died 61 years ago. I don't even know if this guy was born when John F. Kennedy was still alive.
No.
John F.
I don't know who
Kennedy.
the president is.
What about 36 divided by 6?
Ooh, they're going to be 8. Is it 8? Oh,
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, man. You made me think like, man, I still know some stuff, man. Appreciate it, man.
I think that was probably the most inspired we've ever left someone.
We try to make more people feel smart later. But for now, we were on a mission to find out how dumb Jackson actually is.
See, but this is going back to the problem where it's like, let's see how dumb Jackson, Mississippi is, but they're only going to include the interviews of people who didn't answer their questions right. Because I bet if they interviewed someone and asked all these questions, they got them 100% right, they're like, why would we include this in this video? Because that's not entertaining, you know? Like, yeah.
What continent is England in?
What continent is England in?
It's in UK.
What's the square root of 64?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's like over 100 degrees outside right now.
We are all dripping in sweat. The cameras are overheating. This is unbearable.
I'm about to pass out. As you guys can see, there's basically no one out here because it's so hot outside. So we're just gonna interview anyone that we can find.
What's the furthest education that you have?
I went here in Jackson, then I went to Harbor.
You went to
To
Harvard?
Harvard.
sir.
All right, so
We got a
just
Harvard
few
graduate
trivia
right here.
questions we're asking people. What year is it?
2022, I think that's what.
Yeah, yep.
When was this video posted? So this video was posted in 2023, and he said 2022. See, in this case, I don't think the lack of education is the problem, but then again, you also have to think that that could be the cause for other problems. And by that, I mean, say you don't get your high school diploma and you can't have any jobs, that could lead to homelessness, which can then lead to drugs and stuff like that. But I'm also not certain what the main problem of why people aren't finishing school is. It could just be a generational thing. I don't know. What I've heard from Jackson, Mississippi is that it's a fairly cheap place to live. So I'm not 100% sure.
How many sides are on a triangle?
How many
Oh,
sides
man,
are on a
you just-
triangle?
It's
5.
3.
But yeah, close enough.
What about the bottom?
Oh, true. I
Mm,
forgot
the
about
bottom.
that. Name
Big-
the president
big
of the United
Harvard
States, I'll
graduate
give you
brain.
$10.
Donald Trump.
Correct. There
Okay,
you go, man.
okay. At least, who is our current president? He said Donald Trump. At least that's like 4 years ago. You know, at least that's not John F. Kennedy, who died 61 years ago, as our current president. Because there are some people out there that literally do not care about politics or who's our president or things like that. They're just living life.
Like we can somewhat relate to what, the town of Jackson's gone through, getting this, stereotype.
One of my former coworkers, his name was Brian, he actually told me that I was an idiot for dropping out of college. Maybe today we'll find out if he was right. The first one of you guys to name 3 books, I'll give him $10.
Any 3 books.
I read, y'all haven't been reading?
I haven't. It's just like now that he's asking me the question, I don't even know
Okay,
the
I was
name
just
of
about to say too. I was like, you also have to give some of them the benefit of the doubt. Like someone walking up to you with a camera and a microphone and asking you a question, like some people could like freeze and be like, because I was actually about to say that I was like, I bet that they're gonna answer their questions right, and I was wrong about them, leaving out people who actually answered right questions. But they do look nervous. They're like, we don't know.
Dog, what's the other book I just read?
Here we go. Uh-huh.
Oh man, and Captain of the Pain.
Hey, there you
Perfect.
go, that counts.
That's
What was your
perfect. The 3 greatest books of all time.
What was your name?
John.
What brings you to Jackson, Mississippi?
John.
I went to Jackson State.
What's like the highest
Okay,
you
that
went
okay.
in school?
7th.
Why'd you quit after 7th grade?
Too much learning.
How many planets are there?
19.
Nowadays, so many people say you don't need college to be successful.
I do think you need education, not necessarily college
That's- okay,
education.
that's
you can
what I
have
think.
Education as a welder and support a family with that.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know if I've already said this, but I think that like elementary school and middle school and even high school are very important, because I feel like that's where you just learn, like, you just get a foundation for everything else in your life. Like, you're going to learn who our president is. You're going to learn who our first president is. Like, just things like that. But I don't necessarily think that college is important at all. I mean, I think if your dream is to be a lawyer, then obviously college is very important for that. But I mean, there's a lot of things that don't require college necessarily. I mean, you don't need to go to college and be a plumber, and you can be a plumber and open up your own plumbing business and make, $100,000 plus a year. So I think college is there if your dream is to do a job that requires schooling. Hey, and if your dream is not anything like that, why spend the money and go to school if you're never going to use it?
Name 1 Asian person.
Name 1 Asian person.
Einstein.
Yeah.
Education is more than just biology and literature.
You can learn a
Exactly.
skill outside of the classroom.
Absolutely.
How do you spell Mississippi?
MISSIPPI.
People are not doing very
Mississippi.
well on these basic questions
Mississippi.
so far, so I'm interested to see later when we ask people very hard questions how they do. Not only is Jackson the dumbest town in America, it's one of the fattest, it's the second most dangerous, and it's like the least innovative.
This is
Wow.
literally one of the worst towns in the country.
It was too hot outside, so we're in Walmart now. It feels very good. We're gonna be asking people some questions from the show, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? And if people get a
Oh,
question
no.
right, they get a mystery prize. You go to school for 12 years, but if you don't remember anything that you learned, then what's the point? What is the largest ocean in the world?
The largest ocean. See, like,
Dead Sea.
Close. It's the Pacific Ocean.
Dead Sea.
Yeah. Dead Sea's not even an ocean, I don't think. It's a sea. Is Australia a
Dead
continent or a country?
It's a continent.
It's a country. Continent, like 14 continents. It's
14
continents.
continents.
So it's a country.
Country's the final answer?
Yes.
Australia is actually both.
Oh, okay.
There's currently a worker staring at us, so I think we're about to get kicked out.
What is the capital of Saturn?
The
What?
capital
What's
of
like
Saturn?
the highest education you got like in school?
I have associate's degree.
So you're pretty
Oh,
smart.
there you go.
What is 14 times 5?
200?
Close. It's 70.
Wow.
Well, just because you have an associate's degree in something doesn't mean you're smart at math. Like, I know a lot of people who excel in like one subject than the other. I mean, you know, she could have a degree in like biology or something and is bad at math. I mean, shit, I'm bad at math, so.
This is embarrassing.
What continent has the least amount of people?
Maybe
Antarctica.
the East?
What?
The East
The East
continent.
If you can name one book author, we will give you a mystery prize.
Brianna Williams?
Oh, there's a mystery box. I'm gonna open it and you just choose
Oh,
your
what
prize.
was the mystery
Okay,
present?
none
What'd she
gonna bite
get?
me, right?
No, you can look in there.
And I
My-
get to have it? Like, take it?
Yeah.
What?
No way.
What is that mystery
Oh, crap,
present?
no, that's my phone in there. Sorry.
A phone and a pack of
Oh,
cigarettes. That's
wow.
great.
2 cigarettes
That's
or
great.
$20.
I'll take it.
People did not do well on these questions. We're staying another day here in Jackson, and we want to try to help change this town and get rid of the stereotype that everyone here is dumb. It's insanely hot, so we're gonna go back to the hotel.
We're gonna put our college dropout minds together, and we're gonna try to think of a way to make this town smarter. I've just been thinking like, oh, what would Mr. Beast do? So I say tomorrow we like try to open up a school or something.
That's not possible. That's not possible.
That is seriously the worst idea I've ever heard, and I think that you should give up as a human being. Let's just rebrand it into the smartest town. I say,
So wait, what were you like changing the town name to something like Smartville?
No, listen. I say that we just get a billboard. These people just need a little motivation. Think about Lil Wayne. I'm pretty sure we actually made him smarter. I think if we put a billboard up, it says that Jackson is the smartest city. Everyone will see that, and people will just instantly become smarter.
Is that possible?
I don't know how we pulled it off. I talked to a guy on the phone for like an hour last night, and we were able to buy a billboard that's gonna be
Damn.
up later today. But before we go see it, we're gonna continue our mission and go make people smarter. We're gonna be
Cool.
giving away a lot of money in this segment, but later we're gonna be giving away a ton of money. I think when people think that they're smart, they just instantly become smarter. For $20, who is the president of Argentina?
Antonio Johnson. I don't know.
I don't know if
No, that was right.
a lot of people would get that right.
Serious?
Yeah, that was right.
Well, there you go.
How many countries are in the world?
12.
That
was
see,
actually
these are hard.
Who painted the
I don't
Mona
think
Lisa?
I don't even think a lot of these questions that people with like really high educations, I don't even think they'd be able to get those right.
Countries are in the world?
12.
Like how many countries in the
12
world?
is
I don't know.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
That's correct. Can you name 3 of the 12 countries?
I barely even know about countries.
Doesn't matter.
3 of
yourself
the
pretty
12
smart?
countries.
Yeah, most definitely.
Which
Or just say
famous
I don't know what you
scientist
said.
came up with the theory of relativity?
Man, you asked me the best question. Einstein.
That actually is like the correct answer. There you
Man,
go.
you don't have to go to college to be successful.
We don't believe that having a college degree necessarily makes you smarter than someone that doesn't. But that
True.
bias is exactly what caused Jackson to be ranked the dumbest town in America.
Now we're gonna do something pretty much impossible. If you can tell me how many Mike and Ikes are in this jar, I'll give you $40.
Oh, Lord. 300.
300.
50.
50.
5.
We didn't talk to you earlier, did we? No, that's right.
Are you serious?
I didn't know that you would get it right.
I really believe that the way you view the world has a big effect on your life. You know, if someone thinks they're really, really smart, they'll be more confident to pursue their bigger goals and dreams.
Which is exactly why
We were able to reserve a last-minute billboard spot.
We spent a lot of money on this, so, you know, hopefully it looks good.
All right, that is the sign right there.
Oh,
Bro, that
Damn.
actually looks perfect. Wow.
The website said there's supposed to be like 50,000 people at least seeing it this weekend.
I don't know if you've seen the new billboard right there. We're trying to spark some motivation into the city here.
We need it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Even though the marketing strategies that we've implemented today should be very successful, we want to make sure that we directly impact at least one person while we're here.
It's time for one final interview.
Would you like to do a quick interview real quick?
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, I rap.
Is that like what you're trying to become a rapper?
Yeah, I've been rapping since high school.
What keeps you going?
Oh, basically, I got a son, so I just had a baby. And I feel like everybody should invest in themselves and dig deep into who they really are.
That's literally the same for us because we all dropped out of college to pursue doing YouTube
Oh, they
videos.
dropped out of
Everyone thought we were
college. I thought they
stupid.
dropped out
I
of
have a
high
question to
school.
ask you. If you can name one book, I will give you $1,000.
$1,000 for a book.
Bud, not Buddy.
There you go.
Bud, not buddy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck y'all think I live, Mr. Beast? Y'all ain't doing this for the camera. I get to keep
No, yeah, this is yours.
Hopefully I can help you out in any way.
Y'all even trying to make me cry. Damn. Yeah, appreciate that.
That's nice.
Bro, I needed this. I'm finna go subscribe.
You got Instagram?
That's my username. They
All right,
deleted
bet.
my account because I was posting nudity.
I think that ends our time here in
What?
Jackson.
That video was a little different than what I was expecting, to be honest. I thought it was going to be less of like an entertainment type video, but I mean, I understand what they're going at there, but yeah, just remember, guys, get your education. College isn't necessarily important. It depends what you want to do with your life. You know, if you have dreams of being a stand-up comedian, go be a stand-up comedian. Life is too short not to chase your dreams. And if you don't need to go to college and, you know, be in debt for many years, don't. Do what you want to do. All right. Love you guys. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.